Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another amazing MNVL stream on a wonderful Wednesday. You may have noticed me. I am not in my usual place. I am in Valorant today, joined by my wonderful co-caster Scott. Scott, how are we feeling today, man?
I'm excited. Got two very talented teams here to battle it out, and it also turns out that we have a 4v5 today, which it could shape out to be a pretty close match then in terms of score. We have LNHS on a team that's on a 4v1 hoping to secure the third seed or higher for the divisional tourney. That's always exciting to see. We got a Holy Family hoping to get their first win of the season.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? I think today's gonna be a good day. If you don't mind me telling us, which one is the four, which one is the five here?
We have LNHS with four players today. They have missed
Okay.
full bows.
Ah, okay. So it does seem like there may be a closer matchup than we think. So it's right now we are going through map bans right now, and here's what I will say. I have not seen a lot from these two people. I have not seen them play a whole lot. I've kind of steered off from the Valorant stream. Does these names ring any bells for you personally? I know you have Valorant background.
Yeah, LNHS, with being the third seed right now, is a very strong team. We've seen their varsity team go very far in the state finals, and Holy Family, not seeing much of them so far this season, but hoping to see more of them to come, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So, coming up with these stream, I figured, there should be some maybe is there any like stakes here outside of for LNHS? I mean, you have Holy Family with their trying to get their first game here, trying to get their first win, maybe trying to get that traction going, and then you got LNHS trying to hold strong. And I'm just wondering how are you? What is your favors here? I mean, obviously don't be too rough, but what's your favors here?
My favorites here is just to see a great match. To be fair with you,
Absolutely.
we haven't seen the most competitive matches as of recently, so I'm really hoping to
Hmm.
see this one be super competitive. Really am hoping
Yeah,
for it.
and do you want to know what my favorites are?
Who's your favorite?
My favorites are the collegiate sponsors of this stream. I would like to shout out our collegiate sponsors to Concordia University St. Paul, Gustavus Adolphus College, and University of North Dakota, as well as Midco. They are our collegiate sponsors for the winter MNVL season. If you would like to level up your esports career or are interested in starting esports for college, check them out and they can skyrocket your career into stardom. I'd also like to give a special thanks to Verbero for being our apparel partners.
Great sponsors.
Absolutely, I love our collegiate sponsors so much. They're amazing. They treat us well here. So, as it seems, we are getting started with this match. Do we have
I
what
think
is the map for today, Scott?
we have Haven today. We have Haven, and
Okay, Haven.
it looks like LNHS will also have a fifth. Reports
Oh,
coming in.
okay,
Yeah, so that
awesome. Wow, that's
so we're looking at an even matchup now, Uno.
all right. Wonderful. The fifth, I am seeing here that this is a mystery person. We do even us, even our great knowledge of the game and just having that telepathic sense of just I could just feel there's a fifth person. I can't even tell who's the fifth person. Can you tell who the fifth person is?
It could be a Radiant, Uno. We never know. It could be generational talent coming into this game tonight. It could be.
That's very true. I would love to see a Radiant. I would love to see just some crazy player that just sweeps the game, you know. But I would like to go back to Haven here, and I just want to say, what are your thoughts on Haven? I
Well,
mean, personally, I like Haven. It's one of my favorites. I think it's a great map. Obviously, it's not the best, in my opinion, but Haven's an amazing, amazing match. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I think with it being three sites, it all just comes down to defaulting realistically on these maps. You want to have
Mm-hmm.
a strong sentinel that can create the lurks early. You want to have a strong initiator to be able to point out these positions and take these sites easily. It really is just a defaulting strat map, I feel like. Really slow pace map.
Absolutely, and I mean, with like you were saying, with the three sites, each site seems to it always feels like each site has like a separate how do you say it, like tempo. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
I feel like C and A site kind of are like the slower paced ones. I mean, I know this is on like every map, but I figured I should point this out anyways. C and A are kind of like the slower paced one, while B, I mean, you got that little like ring right there, and it's real fast paced. You get in there, you plant, and there's so many. It's a four like boxed in area. I mean, there's so many areas you can go into. If you want to rush, make sure to go to B site. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when it comes down to even C as well, to include that, C is also a flood out type of just shoot and see what happens type of site. A also becomes a little bit more slow, a little methodical, work sewers here, work long there. But also, like you were saying, the B side, yes, that is just a flood out and go site. If you have more than one on there for the defenders, then you're hoping to catch at least two with the attackers.
Yeah, absolutely. So I I would like to talk more about these players here. Have you ever seen any of them play recently? I know they haven't been on stream at all, but have you yourself played against these people yet?
Yeah, I've had the chance to face LNHS's JV team a couple times. I imagine IDOT, I believe is his name. He is a very talented player. I would say he's the best player on their squad right now. I believe he was on the varsity squad as well. So definitely a player to look out for. And for Holy Family, I would say I haven't seen much of them, but I know for sure they got some strong players. They definitely, I think it's the gamer flies, if I'm saying that correctly. He has been doing very good this season as well.
Yeah, no, I, I was just gonna say, I absolutely agree. I mean, even for myself, as someone who doesn't see and doesn't peer into the Valorant game as much, I have heard a lot about the LNHS as well as Holy Family. I mean, I've heard a lot from both of them. I've heard stuff about Night Demon being very, very good. I've heard stuff about Nerd Him being pretty good as well. Night Demon being Holy Family and Nerd Him being Lakeville. So I've heard a lot of really great things about both teams. So I'm happy to see this matchup coming to fruition.
Oh yeah, very excited. And also LNHS's JV team's coming off a 13-2 win on Haven versus Rosemounts. So
Wow. Okay. So maybe we're seeing a replay here, possibly, or are we seeing a flip script? Is Holy Family gonna get a 13-2 on LNHS?
and into the map
Ooh.
we go.
I'm seeing here LNHS still has only four. I'm wondering if the next player is trying to reconnect.
I Yeah, I believe we are just seeing just four. I think that this will be a
Yeah.
4v5 match.
Okay. So hey, you know what? As casters, sometimes we get things wrong. I've been kind of off my telepathy recently, so it happens.
Oh, it definitely
I'm just
happens.
gotta. Yeah. No. I mean, I feel like I needed to recalibrate a bit here.
Looks
Seems
like
like
we're seeing like a good comp out of LNHS, even with them having four players. The one duelist, one sentinel, one initiator, one smoke. I mean, pretty standard.
yeah. I mean, when you have such a small team, you don't want to like double up. You don't want to triple up on something, especially if it's gonna be like two duelists. I mean, I love duelists. I love my duelist mains and stuff.
Oh
I
yeah.
personally, I love playing duelist. I've always preferred an initiator though. Um, but duelist, I mean, it's just you just gotta have a good mix, and I've seen that with LNHS here as well as with Holy Family. I mean, obviously you can't be perfectly mixed up with five people, but I am seeing a very good mix up between these two.
I, I'm also interested to see how this Vise pick will go, as well as the Yoru pick for them on Haven. This is a little bit, you don't really see this as often as you think you
No.
would like, but maybe they practice this. I think they're ready. The breach pick, I stand by. I'm a breach main myself, and I mean you can never go wrong with the breach on any map.
No, absolutely not. Although, of course, in every single game, if you're gonna have a duelist, you gotta have Jet. I feel like that's a
Have to.
very common thing, and it's meta. Jet's always been meta. I love Jet, so you always gotta see a Jet here.
Oh yeah, always taking the space fast. That goes back to what we were saying about that B site too. Having a jet always
Right.
helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Holy
It
Family
also.
also has the ISO pick. Sorry to interrupt you there. The ISO pick
No, of course not.
for the gamer flies. I mean, last time we saw him on ISO, he was doing very good. So, hoping to see
Yeah,
it again.
absolutely. And it seems like all of them are pushing B sites. Okay, kind of interesting. Some holding back to watch the A long haul, but it seems like a lot of them are pushing A site, which is As we were saying, like as you were just saying, and as we were talking about earlier, with A site being such with sorry, not A site, B site being such a like a push heavy, kind of all go in and all just destroy. I mean, that's kind of what we're seeing here as well. Just everyone going through and trying to get a stop here.
3 taken down for LNHS. If you're LNHS, you're a little bit scared here in a 2v5 retake. You definitely this
Yeah,
is
but
definitely not the situation you want to be in.
nope. In a 1v4 now. Ooh, and it seems like they're going to win this buy round. I will say this is just kind of the first pistol round. I mean, you can't really say anything about this. You can't say anything about how they're gonna go. But you always do wonder after this point: are you gonna force buy? Are you gonna save eco? It seems as though we're going eco round instead of force buy though.
Get some deagles in there, maybe just play it slow, try to play for some picks. Never a
Yeah,
problem with an
absolutely.
eco here on the second round.
No, of course not.
Holy
I do.
Family
I do.
with a C push here, it looks like. Uno.
Oh yeah, I am seeing that here, and it doesn't. Yeah, there's all five going all at once. I see. Pushing. As you can see, everyone is running over to C site now. Okay, the defenders trying to regather as they're planting here.
The chamber taken out early for LNHS. That's your sentinel site hold right there.
Mm-hmm. That is one of the people you do not want to lose right away.
Exactly. You want them to at least get 1 or 2 before they can get out if they can. But
Absolutely.
them being on an eco here, it is hard.
What I am seeing here, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm seeing a whole lot of pushes, a whole lot of peaks from the defenders here, and I'm noticing not a lot of them are having some good team spacing. I mean, if you're gonna swing peak, if you're gonna do this stuff, you kind of have to go with the whole team here rather than just going one on one because you're gonna get picked off. And as we can see here, that's exactly what happened.
And especially on an eco, you don't really want to be too split up if you're a Holy Family. The LNHS is going to play a little bit more ratty, a little bit more different, just to try to get picks off, just to try to make the rounds a little bit easier going forward.
Especially and furthermore, you only got four people. I mean, you can be tins here and stuff, and you can go crazy. But if you're already starting off at a disadvantage, you do need to kind of play a bit more strategic here.
Definitely want to play a little bit more strategic indeed. It's like a
Yeah,
5-man A
absolutely.
hit coming out of Holy Family. They are playing with confidence right now. A sewer split, 3-2.
You can see one pushing around to flank from the backside, while the rest of them are in upper haven or A site here. Although I'm noticing the person pushing is really taking their time here. I,
Yeah,
I I will say if you're gonna flank, you should definitely go push, especially since they just planted.
you definitely want to catch your timing, Uno, for sure. And I think this slow push is gonna be good, just because I think the defenders are gonna try to flood out with this push, and with it being a 4v5, this flank could be huge for this round here.
As you see, you're taking one. Ooh, but getting caught on the change. Okay, we're seeing a
Holy Family.
4-0 now. Wow. This is some very high level gameplay coming from Holy Family. I mean, each game they've only lost one or two people, and yes, I know that there's only four people on the other side, but that's still very impressive from Holy Family here. I mean, even losing one person, you're still wanting to try to you're still almost always losing a player or at least two or three, but they're not losing very many.
Yeah,
That's that's
Holy Family showing why they want to get their first win of the season here. Looking confident.
Absolutely. And against such a strong team like LNHS, I mean, I'm foreseeing good things from this team right now.
Absolutely. Another opening pick on C. Again, only holding 1 on C each round with another flank coming in. If you're LNHS JV, you got to be a little bit scared here on this retake.
Absolutely. And I said this earlier and I'm gonna say it again. Team spacing. I mean, it's an amazing strategy. First couple rounds, just get a feel of how they're gonna be playing. And I know you want to keep your sites covered, but with one person lost, it's really important that you keep everyone together. You keep everyone in the same area. You do your best to push together. You do your best to do stuff together. And I'm not seeing a whole lot of that here. However,
Drew.
I actually may be wrong.
Oh, that was Holy Family almost taking that one. And it looks like
Yeah,
there
that
is
was.
no time.
Oh, right.
LNHS
And
getting the retake, killing everyone, but not having enough time to defuse the bomb, Uno. If you're LNHS, how
no,
are you feeling here?
I don't know. I'm feeling like, hey, you know what? We got all of them down. We killed all of them. Let's just do it again, but quicker. You know, let's let's
Absolutely.
let's try our best to not play for time here. And they were, but here's what I will say. Okay, if you're LNHS, you were definitely trying your hardest. You know,
Oh,
you
yeah.
were you were going as quick as you can. Okay, like I'm seeing them running around the map and stuff. They are definitely trying. It's just, it's one of those games where you just gotta kind of, GG, go next. Try again.
I also think that if you're LNHS here, you want to try to get more active on defense. With it being a 4v5, that opening pick could mean a lot. It could mean the round, Uno.
Absolutely. If and I'm seeing all are pushing B again with Omen. Was there? If I'm not mistaken, there was two people at B site to begin with. I wonder where they went.
I think they just tried to maybe flood off a little bit after the Omen got the initial first blood there.
Hmm.
It's definitely not ideal if you're LNHS here to keep giving up the first blood.
Absolutely. I mean, with Omen, here's the thing: you gotta take those kills and those deaths as like okay, there's people here. Let's just shoot into the smoke. Let's
Valid,
put
yeah.
Crosshair at head level and let's just trade. Let's do our best.
LNHS doing a great example of what you were saying, buddying up, kind of
Hmm.
taking team space together, swinging together, and they get the first round on the board for them right now, Uno.
Absolutely, with a spike diffusion. I mean, these games have been really close. So I'm excited to see what the future holds in store for us.
Oh yeah, each round meaning more and more as time goes on. We're look
Absolutely.
we're looking at a AK buy here out of Holy Family. I mean, this is good if you're Holy Family. LNHS still not with the funds that you would want realistically after winning that round, Uno.
Absolutely not. And I mean, I understand an eco round again, but you may want to start investing in some higher weapons. I mean, I know you want to try to save your stuff as much as you can, but I mean, this all of you with your best gun being a deagle. You definitely got to make sure that you keep that aim good.
I think we have one Phantom on the side of LNHS here. I think the Jet is the only person with a Phantom and has like knives as well. Drops
Mm-hmm. Drops the
Deagle.
phantom. Okay.
I mean, their Holy Family is pushing the tempo right now, playing confidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what you got to do. I mean, if you're already in the advantage, why not just keep it? Push. Don't play scared.
Exactly.
You gotta keep LNHS on their toes. And I really appreciate their use of just being aggressive, pushing forward. But that does make me wonder how they're gonna play for defense. If they're gonna keep the similarly aggressive style, or if they're gonna try to maybe play a bit more defensive.
I think if you're LNHS here, you just all you want to do maybe is just get 4, maybe 5 here on the defense side, because I think attack defaulting on this map, like we said, Uno, is going to be a lot easier with 4, with the ability just to pick
Hmm.
them off and kind of pick and choose where you want to go. I mean, this
Absolutely.
this Holy Family team is using this ISO wall just to scale up C long here. I really hope that LNHS realize this early and then get onto the strats that Holy Family is doing. Maybe try to counteract that.
Absolutely. And here's what I will say. Here's one thing that I'm noticing. A lot of what Holy Family strategy here is just to all push one site. And I love that strategy. It's a great strategy. However, if LNHS picks up that they're just gonna all push one site, the moment you see someone, they're all gonna push there, and then, maybe if I'm Holy Family, maybe try switching up a bit. Go and try splitting up your team a bit. Throwing off LNHS even further. You know what I mean?
But yeah, we have a 2v3 retake here. I mean, LNHS flooding out of garage here. 2 people down long. If you're Holy Family, you're on your toes a little bit here.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Flash out of
Gets
breach
the
coming in.
flash.
Beautiful flash there.
Absolutely. Oh, a
Oh,
back-to-back headshot. Okay, 1v1 now. Will be able to get the headshot off here. Throws off smoke. Fake diffuses. Uses of the super here, but not utilizing off of it.
I love this breach util here. I mean, that is perfect if you're Holy Family there. That is one way to hold
Absolutely.
a post plant.
You hear him planting, you just shoot and then you go. You swing peek after that.
That's part of the reason why breach is I feel like so commonly used on a lot of these longer sites, like a C site or timeout coming in from the defenders.
Absolutely. I agree with this timeout. You definitely need this.
Slow down their momentum a little bit, indeed.
Yeah.
Looks like
These timeouts are always used for like, you wanna break their momentum like you were saying earlier, and you wanna guide them into being more like, they're on a roll, and then you want to guide them off this hill and maybe into more of an upward slope here.
I feel like one thing that we do see with the 4v5s here, I'm not seeing LNHS get as aggro as I would like them to see. I mean, we want to get that opening pick. We want to make it a 4v4 as even as possible at the beginning of the round, and I'm not seeing too much aggressiveness if I'm LNHS's JV team here. I'd like to see a little bit more.
I agree, and I know, yeah, and I see where their hesitation is coming from with only having 4 players. I mean, every death matters just that much more. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So I totally get, wanting to take a step back for a second and hold off a little bit. But you can see Holy Family is absolutely thriving with this. Push one site, all go, and then just kind of be aggressive. And you gotta almost follow up this aggressiveness with more aggressiveness a little bit.
Yeah, and if LNHS isn't gonna play aggressive, maybe 4-man retakes here would be the ideal play.
Absolutely.
Early util out of Tejo. First time we've gotten to see Tejo so far this season. New character,
Yeah,
very broken.
Yeah, Tejo is very, very strong.
I mean, every single one of his abilities is almost better than every initiator on the game.
Mm-hmm.
Could not ask for a better
Omen
initiator.
going down. Omen going down. Rest pushing A site. Seems like they have Smoke and Haven as well as Thorns. Wondering, there's no one up there, it seems. They're all just hanging out in this area over here.
Oh, Jet looks like she's heading up there now.
Jet is pushing up there now.
The re-smoke comes in on Heaven. If you're LNHS, I mean, your back's against the wall here, Uno. You're not really sure what to do. You don't know where they're going to be, when they're going to be there.
Absolutely. Oh, but here's what I will say. I would not be shooting out of that smoke. I mean, unless you know someone's there, now they know you're there, and you have no idea where they are. So now you're kind of stuck in this position where you can just kind of get good, have better aim, and, well, we see what happens.
1-7, the side of Holy Family, Uno. I mean, this is a dominant start.
Yeah, absolutely. This is not what you want from LNHS. But hey, there's still the other half. There's still a lot more of this game to go. So, all you want is maybe get another win, maybe get a couple, maybe 2 wins here, and then just, at the start of this half, just go, hey, you know what? Let's take a breather, and let's just go again. Let's keep pushing.
Yeah, you'd like to get as much as you can if you're LNHS here on the defense. As I was saying earlier, attack is just much easier if you're on 4v5.
Absolutely. See, Flash coming in.
Had his knife out there. Got caught lacking a little bit there with his knife out.
Yeah, absolutely. Seeing some beautiful headshots from LNHS here.
The timings, the timings.
I know. Every time I say something, I feel like it's always just turned. It's immediately flipped on its head.
We got a 2v2. I mean, if you're LNHS, this is the best situation you could ask for here in a 4v5.
Absolutely.
We spot one out back site. Omen gets taken down there.
And there drops the other. Hey, you know what? You had an amazing situation, and it's okay not to utilize every single one. You just make it happen again.
And
again.
After this timeout from LNHS earlier, I mean, I thought we'd see a little bit of a switch up of play here. Not seeing much of a switch up here, but also seeing more stacking towards A site. They might. I don't think they're willing to give up C this early, but I think they're starting to kind of figure it out now that they're going AC, and then sometimes throwing a B in there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're Holy Family, you're doing everything right so far.
Yeah, absolutely. There's not a whole lot that you can switch up with Holy Family. You just keep playing your game, man. It's been working out so far.
Oh, they're doing a great job.
Absolutely. We do see that LNHS seems to have predicted correctly And they're all now going
He's-
in and defending their site as best as they can. Some going for the flank, which does seem to be splitting up their team a little bit more. Now with only a 1v3, it's definitely a possible fight, but you're gonna have to play this real strategic.
Holy Family. I mean, they have to know he's here, right, Uno? I mean, he killed the Vise on the flank. The trap was triggered as well. I mean, if you're Holy Family, I mean, you have to know he's sewers here, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you almost want to predict that, but not but sorry. As we can see here, it does seem like Holy Family is able to predict that a little bit.
I mean, strong gameplay coming out of 13 assists already for Brimstone. I mean, that he is doing his job right now, putting the smokes down. I mean,
Absolutely.
could not ask for more out of your Brimstone here.
Yeah. Here's what I am seeing. I am seeing a lot of money from LNHS here, and I'm seeing not a lot of ARs.
That is true. Another eco again. I mean, and to lose this round, it's gonna put you 110, Uno.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, I'm all for eco rounds and stuff, but I'm gonna be honest. I wonder if they're, I wonder what their whole game plan with this with just going eco round, eco round, eco round. I mean, I've seen a few games where they've had ARs, but a lot of the games I've been seeing them with the deagle, it's just a regular pistol, and then now you see here the shorty here. I mean,
And that's great part to Holy Family also winning those rounds that they need to be winning here. LNHS has had a couple buy rounds, just have not come to fruition here.
absolutely.
Getting that opening pick though, if you're Chamber, 2 picks.
Okay.
We're seeing
I'm-
some
I'm
life
seeing
out of
some-
LNHS here.
Jet with an ultimate here.
Does he spot the player graffiti, you know? He looks to look over that way, doesn't spot him.
Oh, long swing, but now you should know. That is where this Yuri is. Euro.
I believe he caught him in the ISO ultimate. Shorty, he's just gonna stand there. Nothing you can do,
Yeah.
Uno.
No, there's not. You know, when you're just sitting there, I mean, what can you do? You have a shorty there. I mean, it's a 1v1. Ah,
Definitely not ideal. Definitely not ideal.
no.
Also, losing
Although-
your ultimate when you get put into that from ISO there. I mean,
Mhm.
Chamber
That's a tough one.
yeah, op in hand can't use it. That is a tough one. That is a tough one.
Yeah. Although we do see maybe they're here, maybe they're listening to us, but they have seemed to have bought some ARs this time.
Oh yeah, we're looking at a buy
Wonder-
round now.
Wondering
good.
If I wonder if we're going to see a switch up in gameplay here. Although it does feel like we're starting off with an amazing sight.
That is what you like to see if you're LNHS.
Saving up for the op here. Okay. Love the op. I love the aggressiveness here.
The Jet coming out for the retake as the Chamber is leaving is possibly the worst timing so far. That was unlucky if you're Jet.
Yeah. It's situations like that where it's just unfortunate, honestly.
It is.
It's just straight up unfortunate.
We're seeing a dominant Holy Family right now.
4.
I mean, if you would have told me, Uno, before this stream, is this team 0-5, I would not have said that. I would not have
Absolutely
listened.
not. No, I absolutely agree here.
11 to
this is-
1.
This is an insane start for Holy Family. An 0-5 team going up against a 5-0 team and just
I believe
just
4-1.
dominating. 4-1.
4-1.
Apologies.
Still very good team though. You are
Still-
right, Uno.
No, still a wonderful team here, and
I mean, we're on upset
Okay.
alert right now.
yeah, absolutely. Ooh,
I-
it is unfortunate with their economy here it being very low.
3 stack towards A first round, and LNHS is also going to go A, Uno. I mean, this could be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're Holy Family, do you want to get aggressive here, Uno? What do you think we should be doing? Oh, they are getting aggressive early.
They're
Sewers
getting
here.
very aggressive. Okay. If I'm LNHS, I feel like the best thing that you can do here is be aggressive but with caution. You know, you don't just want to be reckless.
I think
But here I just want to know, are you gonna
yours being caught with his
Oh.
flash out still gets one, Uno. Still gets one.
Still gets one.
ISO also 1 HP. This is a very winnable round if you're LNHS.
Absolutely. You just got to get that one shot off, and then ISO's done for this game, or for this round.
They pulled rotates early. Vise also just checked long to see if there was anyone there. They're going to note that they are rotated already.
And it seems like absolutely.
Huge kill.
Picking off one, and now it's a 3v2 over here.
Remember that ISO is 1 HP, so a potential 3v1.
Potential. However, you never know with ISO.
He gets one.
See it? And he gets one anyways.
Uno was right. Can't speak too soon.
Can never be too sure.
Wondering if he's going to spot this player out garage and doesn't.
And there goes ISO.
All right, now it's 1v1 situation.
Here.
1 HP.
Both have very low health.
I mean, this is as close as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
Huge shots.
Brim is able to pull it off. Wow.
Just as everything was looking good, Uno. Just as everything was looking good for LNHS, you're in a 3v2 situation. 1 HP ISO. Holy Family still manages to get that win.
Yeah, and that just goes to show how well Holy Family has been doing this game. I mean, they've been really good this game, and we do have to take into account that it is still a 4v5. So
it is. Yep.
There is that to carry with, but you can't give the full reason why to just they only have they're losing a player. You know.
Yeah.
Holy Family is still doing amazing this game.
Oh, definitely no discredit towards Holy Family this game. I mean,
absolutely.
Their strats are definitely coming into play right now.
Seems like Holy Family just has a perfect read on them. I mean, two pushing to A right away, and then just predicting them really well, honestly.
I mean, and also you're looking at a team with 3 flashes here, Uno. I mean, with the Vise, Breach, and Yoru, that's abilities everywhere.
Yeah, no, and we're seeing them right away with the smokes, with the thorns, with more smokes. I mean, it's just gonna be really difficult for both teams here.
The Spike carrier was just killed flank to ISO, and he gets another one, Uno.
Uh-oh.
Omen getting one early. Does he spot the guy out? Sures. ISO here getting aggro.
Okay, Omen getting that off, but then
1v3.
Wow. That was a beautiful game. And absolutely, I mean, it was a dominant first win for Holy Family here, but I just got to give it to them. You know, I just got to say that was an amazing first win for you guys.
I mean, that is what you want if you're Holy Family. Things are looking up now, hoping to climb their way up the rankings here going into the divisional tournament. Uno, that was a fight if you're Holy Family. Definitely a big win.
Absolutely, and a huge win for Holy Family here. However, if you do not mind, I believe that we are getting a second game here. So, do not go away. We're just going to be taking a short break as we get the second game set up. So, wonderful to have you here. Great first game. Let's have a great second one. See you guys later.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
A big Serafino's been into the back line. They Roseville will find their golden moment. 9 moments of the round. Audacity to his own demise, and Apple Valley are going to do it. They're going to be the first team to win 4 state titles. Very close here. Very nice spot dodge going through that. And fair. Straight in over the wide, but Flo able to get the rebound, and Eakin has a 2-goal lead right. Then it's open and it is gone. They're still on some health. We'll go in, and there you go. The Pillagers will be your MNVL 2023 Fall State champions.
Coming in and actually seeing all the computers filled with kids, and they have on their jerseys and they got their coaches next to them, and I see direct parallels over to football.
There's just not a lot of knowledge about gamers out there. People just don't know what they don't know.
They have to develop teamwork like any other physical game does. You don't have the teamwork, you don't win.
You take a kid who never had confidence before and you give them confidence, and you can see what they can do with their lives.
What does it mean to be a leader? At the University of North Dakota, we're here to find out.
It's taking my first solo flight.
Finding new ways to learn.
Rolling up your sleeves.
The world deserves leaders like you. Leaders ready to take the next step and make a difference. Because we lead our own way.
Why be a nurse when you can be a nurse, potter, power lifter, foodie, comedian, dog advocate? Here, you'll grow in a place where your identities and interests are valued, your passions prioritized. As a Gusty, you'll write your own story, make connections, and learn to live with purpose. On purpose. Gustavus Adolphus College. Gusties get more out of college.
Where are you going? Or maybe a better question is, how far do you want to go? And how fast do you want to get there? Now we're getting somewhere. So let's go. Let's go faster. Let's go beyond.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Break. Today, now we have a wonderful round, a second game here with Roar Road and Park Rapids. Scott, you were telling me something before during break about their matchup here, and I figured, you know what, share it with the class here instead of just me.
Oh yeah, we might have a little bit of a rivalry cooking up here. We got they faced in the preseason, Uno, and it was actually Park Rapids taking that one. And I mean, if you're Warroad, you're just looking to dominate here and maybe get your revenge here for the regular season. I mean, so far Warroad has dominated the competition. I mean, they're coming up against arguably their toughest matchup so far. And I mean, Park Rapids also coming off of a huge 13-5 win. You know, they might be confident coming into the final weeks of the season, Uno. Who knows?
Absolutely. And you make sure to give some credit to Park Rapids. I mean, they've been dominating this season too. I'm looking at them right now and I'm just seeing win. I'm just going down the list, and it seems like both these teams have just been going off of some crazy seasons here and just winning almost every game. Obviously, aside from War Road with Val Pals here, as they call them. So you know, maybe we're hoping to see maybe Val Pals continues this dominance and continues their streak, or maybe War Road comes in and just ruins their record with this loss.
Yeah, both teams undefeated here, Uno. It's definitely a tough task here for both teams. You definitely want to see an interesting matchup.
Absolutely. No, I'm you know what? Here's what I'll say. I've always loved seeing a comeback. You know, I've always loved seeing a team lose against another team and then the next game they come back and they win. So I am hoping to see War Road Warriors win, but I'm also just as well hoping for Park Rapids here to, you know, to continue their dominance. You know, I mean, you hate when you have like a perfect season and then you come across that one loss. You just want to be able to say, hey, I went 10-0 this season, rather than saying I went 9-1. You know?
That's fair. It doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? No, it doesn't have the same ring to it.
No,
and both,
it doesn't feel.
Both teams also, I mean, undefeated, definitely nothing to be too shy about here, Uno. We have possibly the best matchup of the season so far yet. Very excited to see this one shape out.
I am equally excited to see this one shape out. And you know, I just heard I'm tuning in my telepathy a bit better. And I'm just hearing that we're going into games soon.
Nice.
It seems we're on split here with a 5v5 versus the 4v5 here we saw last time.
Something to point out right away, Uno, War Road with the double controller comp. I mean, we see this a lot in pro play, especially having that Viper on split it's honestly the best comp you could ask for, realistically.
Absolutely, they must have been practicing this before because the Viper Brimstone. I mean, those two are some really good. Viper being more aggressive, Brimstone being a bit more of like a sit back type of character, and then you got Tejo and Gecko. I mean, those are two amazing, you know, duelists here, and I think they're gonna be this is gonna be quite the game for Park Rapids, but also War Road with a completely mixed lineup here. I mean. This is going to be quite the interesting matchup here.
Yeah, War Road with the Sova. I mean, that's a little uncommon if I'm not too mistaken. You know, on split, I don't see a lot of Sova on this map at all.
No, not very much.
Usually, you'd like to go with a Gecko here or something, but it seems that the Tejo is the only initiator that they need for these takes here.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems as though a lot of teams have just decided, you know what, let's just save money, or focusing more on abilities than they are buying other guns, which I do like. I prefer classic over most of the other weapons here, so you know, I'm already liking how they're playing so far.
Oh yeah, and we see a slow take coming out of Park Rapids here, or out of War Road here. Sorry, I mean, we're just hoping to get that early aggression here on split. This is a map where you want to kind of work it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Early info being broken here.
Okay. And it seems as though the apologies for this. It seems as though for a while the names were switched, but now we're good. We're all good now. Okay, getting ooh, an early defender win. Okay, I like the use of all, they're split up and then they all just quickly ran back,
Oh yeah, Park Rapids taking that round very fast here. And if you're Warroad, I feel like after losing that first round, you wanna kind of slow it down, maybe work some picks as we were seeing last game on Haven. You always want to try to get the most you can out of these eco rounds.
Absolutely. And maybe even try to do a force buy. I mean, as we're seeing here, Park Rapids is doing the same thing, just keeping an eco round to build up some money. So, I mean, if I'm Warroad, maybe try to, force buy and just get the upper hand of this game, this first round.
Oh yeah. Seeing a little bit of us going back to A Uno here.
Okay, I like the rotation. Pushing B, but then going all back to A.
Oh yeah, this map is all about pulling rotates for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, you see all those. You see a lot of those long sight lines, but also those real the turning parts of it, where all of them just kind of you never fully have a view of the map. So that's why rotating here is really important.
Oh yeah, that also makes Teo very strong in this map, Uno. Viper getting the pick early here.
Does.
Still saving, even though they won that last round. Interesting play out of Park Rapids here.
Absolutely. You don't see that very often.
Not very often at all, Uno. Still having the ghost and making it work.
Oh,
Park Rapids coming out shooting here early, Uno.
Wow, another quick win.
I mean, I guess we did see that strat work out, though. If you're getting that round, now you can buy with Warroad here on their force round. So, I mean, if you're Park Rapids, this is a good way to start it out.
Absolutely. And it seems like we're seeing a very similar strat here. A lot of them going with a scout rifle, or at least two of them. Oh, just as I decided to point that out, right?
We got another A push coming out of Warroad here. This Viper wall is very strong. Covers mid and A main. This is perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Teo early info spotted out.
It
Warroad
seems like
opening pick here.
Might be going for a flank here or teleporting to the other side, and it seems like, wow, just Warroad just keeping their players and just guarding A with everything they have.
Oh yeah, showing that pistol does not matter. When they get guns, they are dominant.
Absolutely.
A little bit of a 3v4 coming in, or 3v5, sorry, rather.
Yeah. But it does seem like there might be a bit of a switch up here, as gets the flash out, gets two. Oh.
Almost looked promising there.
One. Looked promising. I foresaw two pick right there, and then maybe going back up to heaven and then flanking around to try and throw them off. But hey, you know what? Let's just run it back.
Oh yeah, we can't forget these are two undefeated teams. Both teams having their arguably the toughest matchup of the season yet, with them being in the smallest division. I mean, this is a good way to start it out here if you're Park Rapids.
But you cannot get too cocky right away.
Oh yeah, can't count out Warroad early. That is for sure.
Gets a flash off.
That is perfect util there if you're Yoru. Instantly spotting them out B main here. That is definitely what you want.
Absolutely. Defenders immediately pushing B the moment they felt any sort of tension there.
I think they're setting up a fast retake here, Uno.
Absolutely. I love their speed. I love their ability just to they're all spread out across the map, and then within a second, I mean, you blink and they're all right there.
I mean, yeah, and the 4 heaven here, I mean, it almost looks like and they do elect to go for a fast push out here.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what you want. I mean, if you have a bunch of you in the heaven, I mean, hey, why not push? You have the advantage here.
Flawless round out of Park Rapids, Uno.
Wow.
If you're Warroad, are you switching anything up early? Are you changing the tempo a little bit, or?
For me, I would almost change the tempo just to be a bit more quicker here. Like I was saying earlier, Park Rapids is equally as quick. So either you go extreme quick, quick plant, quick kill. I mean, outspeed them, or alternatively, you slow the game down really, really slow. Because if you have a quick team like Park Rapids, I mean, what you want to do is you almost want to throw them off a bit. That's why I was saying either go really quickly or go real slow.
Oh yeah, and I do like this play here out of Warroad, electing to hit B again right away. They might catch this Yoru off guard early. Only one person on the side of B right now.
And like I was saying earlier, taking it extremely slow. Yoru was able to see, so they're probably calling out the rest of the teammates to get over here. It seems as though that is exactly what's going to happen here.
It looks like early Uno, if I'm not mistaken, Park Rapids, is playing full retake on this site, having the Yoru get info and then TP right out. I mean, this is perfect.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want. I mean, if you're gonna hang out as Yoru, I mean, have that teleport ready and just be ready to just run the moment you see someone.
Very huge util out of Park Rapids there, Uno. Sorry to interrupt you there. That was, I mean...
No, absolutely. I mean, it led to a quick kill. It led to a quick win. So
that is partly the reason why Tejo is very strong with these fast retakes. I mean, you got him for post-plant abilities if you need him on attack, and you got him for info if you're on defense here. I mean, cannot go wrong with this pick for either team.
No, yeah, absolutely. It seems like Park Rapids is just running the same play. I mean, why? I mean, it's working.
Oh yeah.
So just keep running it. And it seems like all of them are going back over to A now.
It looks like Viper may. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say Viper might get a little aggressive here.
Yeah. See the Viper wall being set up.
Gets a pick
quick
early.
Kill on Viper. Gets another.
Kraz.
Okay.
In for two, throws the gun to his friend here.
Yeah, doing some delivery here, some Postmates.
I mean, and if you're Warroad, this is a great start to the round. Getting those two initial picks as Jet, I mean, this is huge.
Absolutely.
But you can never count Park Rapids out, can you? You can never count them out here early.
Nope. If you ever underestimate Park Rapids here, I mean, that's going to be your first mistake. And as we can see here, immediately proving our points correct, we're going down to a 3v3.
2v2?
Trade.
Park Rapids. Can never count them out too early, Uno. These retakes are just fundamentally perfect out of them. They are doubling up, going ramp there, taking the main control, getting the picks. I mean, that's perfect, Uno.
Absolutely, this is exactly what you want to see. I mean, when I play my fair share of Valorant, if I'm seeing a 3v5 here, I'm immediately thinking, man, this is gonna suck. But Park Rapids is playing the mental game here and just being like, hey, you know what? We may be down 2, but even with just 3, we're just as strong as having 5.
Oh yeah, they have the retake ability for sure, Uno, and they have not come to play so far. They are showing why they are dominant.
Absolutely.
I like this plays out of Park Rapids. So sorry about that, Uno. It's again.
No. Keep going.
I like this early info out of Yoru here. I can't help but stress it enough how much it is scaring Warroad off of this attack. I mean, they're trying to pull rotators. Yoru knows that. He's trying to show that they are not going to let B main just get taken. I mean, it's perfect.
Absolutely. This is probably the best place you could place your Yoru here. I mean, you're just going to use him for, he may be a very, very fast character at times, and he may be a very aggressive character, but Yoru is a really great defense character, and just playing for like information is honestly exactly what you want to see from Yorus here.
Kraz
getting
goes for 2. And now we have a 2v2 Uno. Just like that.
That's awesome. Getting the jump on him.
Kraz for 3.
Now it's down to a 2v1. Does Kraz get 4?
I mean, if I'm Warroad, I'm elated right now. I'm super happy that this Jet is entering as promised. Gets 4.
Wow. Almost ace, but you know what? 4 is just as good as an ace in my book.
Yeah, we see the 2 initial picks coming out of Gecko there. He gets 2. Kraz not letting that happen, comes up, goes into heaven, pushes him off the ult. I mean, and you got the ult taken out. If you're Warroad, I mean, this is a comeback waiting to happen. Park Rapids trying to stop trying to stop the momentum here, Uno. Calling a timeout early. Personally, I love this timeout.
Yeah, this is a wonderful use of this timeout. I mean, this isn't you're still in an ability to come back from this. So here's what I would say if I'm Park Rapids here and I'm sitting in this timeout, I'm being like, hey guys, listen, we've been going great so far. We've been doing amazing. Let's just keep doing it, okay? Let's keep being smart. Let's keep keeping our eyes peeled, using the map effectively. A lot of people, I feel like when you start playing out the game, you focus too much on the little dot in your screen.
Oh,
but
yeah.
All of your information honestly comes from that mini map in the top left there.
Oh, absolutely. You could have the worst aim in the game, but have very good game sense, and you can succeed in this game for sure, Uno.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what is I'm guaranteeing that is exactly what Park Rapids is using, based on how they're playing, and that's exactly what's helping them out right now.
And the main thing, Uno, that we were seeing earlier is these fast retakes. These kind of leave the Yoru to his own, and then kind of leave immediately. Play this fast retake. We like that, but the rounds that they have lost, they haven't been playing that fast retake. They've been losing numbers fast here.
Absolutely, I'm wondering if Warworld's gonna realize if is gonna try to fake push the Yoru again, and then maybe try to retake and maybe try to take A right away.
Oh, Yoru inserted here. He could go for 3 here, Uno.
He could. Oh,
Can't
gets shut down. However, he picks off enough, but it seems like King Crab here's picked off 2 right away, bringing it back to a 3v3. That's exactly what you want to see here. Little dingy.
They're slowing down the retake a little bit here.
Yeah.
Does he know there's another one?
Trading for trading? Ooh, okay. Now you know where he is. Okay, getting to a 1v1. Who's gonna peek first? The aggressive peek ends up costing the life. That was a wonderful round, I will say.
Oh yeah, I mean if you're Warroad, things are looking up right now. Coming out of that timeout, getting that first initial round, Uno, I think we're gonna start to see a little bit more of a save here from Park Rapids.
Absolutely. And as you were saying earlier, the few times that Park Rapids has lost was because they just weren't pushing as aggressively as they normally did. And I almost want to count this loss for that same thing. They didn't push as aggressively. They slowed down, which is great. That's amazing in some situations, but I would say keep pushing aggressive. Keep being that like unstoppable force.
Oh yeah, you don't want to stagger your retakes, especially if they're working perfectly the way you're doing it. Definitely don't want to slow anything down.
Seems like the Yoru was a bit late to the party. Now coming over. All at A.
Kraz hoping to get 2 here.
Sitting as a lurker here, just in this corner, and just picking off people as they come by.
And we have a 1v4.
Wow. The attackers dominated this round.
I mean, picking up a must-needed round here. I mean, we have a game, Uno.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree.
It was starting to look like Park Rapids maybe had the edge there at the beginning, but I mean, Warroad fighting back here.
Yeah, it seems as though Warroad has picked up their footing, has found the traction here, and is just running with it at this point.
Yeah, the traction that they did need for sure.
Absolutely.
I'm interested to see the way Park Rapids are going to go about this round now, finally being able to buy. Are they going to go back to their fast retake routes, or maybe just stick to the slow retakes here?
Absolutely. I am. That is definitely the question of the hour. It seems as though they're going back to their fast retakes. I mean, you see all the Park Rapids just running in the top left over here.
Kraz good for 1.
Seems as though they're back down to a 3v3 now.
Oh yeah, that Brim will doing wonders.
Brim doing amazing. The Yoru being able to slip past and get that kill getting that kill. And it seems as though using his ultimate to try and take out the attackers, but just not making it quite. Is he gonna see that? And the defenders win another one.
I mean, that is well executed, Uno.
Absolutely, and they were able to pull off the fast retakes that we've been seeing from them all day. So
Well, yeah.
I'm very happy to be seeing this.
They invested in that Yoru ult and the Brim ult there. I mean, that's a round you have to win if you're going to be using those two ultimates. Honestly, possibly two of the biggest ultimates on your team.
Absolutely.
And you definitely, if you're Warroad, you don't want to be subjective to these Parks Rapids retakes. I mean, this is a team with so much util. I mean, every character on this team could change the round.
Absolutely. You don't want to look over any one character. I mean, it's a team game for a reason. You all want to work together.
Oh yeah.
Using the Jet ult, maybe able to pick off a Yoru kill here.
Will he spot him, Uno?
I like the teleport from Yoru here. However,
using all knives there.
Not what you want to see here.
Not what you want to see indeed, Uno. But I mean, like we said, this Park Rapids fast retake coming out quick, Uno. The 4v3,
Absolutely.
Silva 1 HP dies to the Molly. I mean, this is where you want to be if you're Park Rapids.
Absolutely. This is, and the defenders take it again. This has been an amazing showing so far from Park Rapids. I mean, the thing that we've been seeing a whole lot from Park Rapids that I'm wondering if Warroad's going to eventually pick up on is it's the thing that we've been harping on for a while, and it's just because of how beautifully executed it is, and it's the fast retakes. I know.
Oh, yeah.
I may sound like a broken record at this point, just saying the same thing over and over again, but it's seriously what's allowing Park Rapids to take an edge over Warroad here. So I'm just wondering if you're Warroads here, how are you going to take advantage of the fact that they just keep pushing the same play?
I think the default play would work here. Does he expect it? Lil Gingy gets one immediately on the mid push here. I
Able
like
to
this
trade
mid
off.
push.
Going back to a 4v4. Playing a bit unconventionally here, going to the mid. However, they're splitting now into a 2-on-2 maybe.
And like you were saying, how are they going to combat these fast retakes? That is exactly how you do it. You know, you try to take out one right away, misdirect them, try to pull rotates, and then go to the site itself. I mean, this is perfect if you're Warroad here.
Absolutely, you can see the Viper over there trying to make her way back to the B site, while Park Rapids is dropping a little bit. However, like we were saying earlier, you can't count any of them out.
Absolutely not. I mean, and this fast retake, it works with 2, it works with 3. I mean, they can do it here.
Absolutely.
Getting that
Seemingly,
pick?
Are they going to trade? Kill? They are able to trade at least. Getting the plants off now. Just Brim is left.
And he does it.
Able to get the double.
Glippy.
That is an amazing kill from Brim here, and I would like to say this is an issue that I've been seeing very frequently with Warroad, and it's not an issue. It's just something to fix, and I've noticed that they've been grouping up a lot. I know I said last round you don't want to be too spaced out, but the inverse here is you don't want to be up close and personal. You know, you don't want to line up, because then they don't gotta move the reticle at all to get to you.
Especially if you're 1 HP there, Uno. That is definitely something to point out. I mean, one of their players for Warroad there was 1 HP, and they elect to stack up together and get collided there. It's definitely...
Absolutely.
It's a heartbreak of a round, for sure. Now we're going to switch things up a little bit. Get the Park Rapids attack going. Excited to see how this one's going to shape out.
Absolutely. I mean, we've been seeing their aggressive playstyle, so I'm wondering if we're going to see an equally aggressive attack here.
And this is perfect out of Park Rapids here. Having one mid, I mean, this is exactly what you want. Just in case the B hit doesn't work, you have a way that you can work back, play a little bit
Absolutely.
safer.
You have a bit of support, and I like the patience that he's having over there.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to just all rush, and you can see here he's about to catch one of the
he does.
He caught him off guard, and that's exactly what you want.
This Gecko getting up close and personal here.
Absolutely. Now just able to kind of work around and pick off people from behind when you're not expecting it.
Yeah, Park Rapids matching the intensity that they had on defense here on attack. And
Absolutely. It seems like
they look lost in the headlights right now.
Absolutely. No, they're like a deer in the headlights. But you know what? You gotta close your eyes for a second and reopen them and try to get your grounding once again.
Oh, exactly. Coffee Addict here with a tough task. A 3v1 post plant. Gets one.
Absolutely.
This yours
Able
1
to get
HP
one.
here. He could do this, Uno.
Absolutely. If able to take off that brim, oh, the Yoru sneaks around.
I mean, that is
Impressive,
just
very impressive.
well executed if you're Park Rapids here. I mean, they're clicking on all cylinders right now. There is nothing that can stop them right now. Showing the same
Absolutely.
intensity that they had on defense with this attack half.
Yes, absolutely. One thing that I'm seeing here is I'm going to be pointing out Warroad's going on another econ here. I haven't been noticing a whole lot of like obvious econ rounds. I could just be missing it. Have you noticed anything so far with this game?
I mean, I haven't noticed much, but I mean, if I'm Warroad here, I almost think we have to force buy here. We can't go 10-4 in the half on an attack-sided map like Split here. We definitely
Absolutely,
have to force.
Yeah, force buying here would help out a lot, especially since with force buy you're trying to match them. So if you match them, or if you catch Park Rapids doing an econ round, I mean, you would have an automatic advantage here, and you're maybe able to turn this around.
Oh yeah, but looks like just a 5-man aggressive pistol rush here.
And hey, you know what? I love those too.
Gets one.
Getting off one.
4v5 are too low on the side of Warroad. He goes for 4.
Just ripping through them all.
Stouffer goes for 4.
Wow. Hey, you know what? Play what lane, win game. Lurk in the back.
I mean,
And
exactly.
That's exactly what allowed Park Rapids to win here.
And that's what you were talking about earlier, the grouping up there on that fast retake. They have the backs against the wall here. If you're Warroad, I mean, you have to kind of group up there, but then you don't see that Spectre spray coming out, hiding in that cubby there.
Absolutely.
I love that Cypher one-way. One thing to point out, that Cypher one-way from Warroad here is very tactical. I use that myself. I do enjoy that. We're going to see that one come into play here. It looked like he was lining it up. And he does put the one-way up there.
One-ways are very useful. You gotta make sure you utilize them as best you can. And finding the perfect camera spot here.
That's why that Euroclone's so good, Uno. Gets that trip immediately, so almost no luck with that one way.
Absolutely.
Able
to take out
a confusing play, Uno. They smoke that even though they have the one way there. A little maybe a misplay out of Warroad here.
I wonder if there's maybe miscommunication here. However, it seems maybe it is turning into a 4v1, which definitely is not what you want from the misplay.
Omen's super. Yeah, I mean that misplay is that one might cost you there if you needed that round, and Warroad definitely does.
Absolutely.
Gecko gets spotted out.
Omen taking a flank and taking out Gecko.
Interesting play there out of Gecko.
I'm wondering to see. I will say I like how the Park Rapids, they're just holding their ground. You can see one pushing slightly, but they see the kill and they're like, hey man, you got to come to us. Like, they don't gotta chase you.
They are holding the reins right now for sure, Uno. I mean, this has been a dominant game so far. They are definitely not letting up versus this Warroad team.
Absolutely. And it seems as though Spike detonated. I am wondering why you would survive the round, since you do get more creds from dying in a losing round.
I think they want to keep this hero rifle here, Uno. I think they know the game, it might be over soon unless they start coming back, and I think that was definitely a good idea to save that Phantom there.
Absolutely.
Not a lot of guns going to be on the Warroad side this round. Not a lot of guns. This is a round, like we were talking about, you have to force buy. I mean, 12-4, if you lose this, it's just a hard thing to come back from.
Yeah. So like we were saying earlier, like you said too, force buy, I know saving up is really nice, but you're coming down to 11-4 right now, and I feel like the saving econ strategy and just kind of sitting back and trying to be defensive is not the play here anymore. You gotta you gotta just force by this one.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. You can't lose another round from here on out if you're War Road. I mean, these two teams both undefeated, not matched so far in the season. I mean, Park Rapids obviously taking the preseason W versus War Road. We're kind of seeing a little bit of deja vu here if you're War Road. A little bit of a like we said earlier, a deer caught in the headlights, if you will.
Absolutely.
But I mean,
Yeah.
every story has a great beginning, though, right, Uno? This
That's
is
very true.
road to the comeback.
That's very true. That would be quite the stream to just be down 11-4 and then end up coming back to 13-11.
I mean,
Quite the game. As long as War Road can flip this around on its head, but seems like Park Rapid is taking a very defensive approach here, just sitting back in that cubby area over there on B.
they
And
spotted
now
out. They spotted out early, Uno, as you were about to say. I mean, there's no one on A site. If you're Park Rapids, I mean, you have to know this now.
Absolutely. But they seem... Wow.
They doubled it down.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if you're noticing this. They have sacrificed the Yoru to make a bunch of noise and distract them while they go back and plant B.
This is definitely a strat here.
I am loving the strat so far. The double bluff here.
I mean, if you're Park Center, this is perfectly drawn up. I mean, you got him caught here.
This is exactly what you want. Now War Road is scrambling to get back to B after the plant already. So now you're on a time crunch too. So
yeah.
I mean, this is not what you want to see from War Road.
Glippy gets one, gets taken down.
Getting the quick 3v4 now.
I mean, this is scary if you're Park Rapids here, and they get two here. Uno spots him out.
Is this going to be a War Road comeback, or is this just gonna keep staying with Park Rapids dominating?
And the Teho
Now-
Util comes in. I mean, you can't defuse
Absolutely.
that one.
Nope, too late now. Wow.
And
So far, Park Rapids has just been destroying.
I mean, we're looking at a 12-4 dominant attack and defense half here from Park Rapids. I mean, perfectly drawn up play, as we were saying, Uno. The double bluff, as you said. I mean, this is as good as it gets if you're Park Rapids here.
Absolutely. Now seeing the force buy from War Road. I love the double bluff. Stepping in for a second and being like, "Hey, we're over here." Just kidding. Just kidding. And then coming back in right away.
I mean, it is perfectly executed.
Absolutely. I wonder if we're going to see maybe a similar strategy again, or if we're just going to all force push here. All going to be here.
Only one on A site if you're War Road here. I mean, you got to be a little bit scared, Uno.
Absolutely. And again, now War Road's having to scramble to get back here really quickly, but they seem to have recovered here as Park Rapids plants all getting into their positions. War Road is all holed up in that little hallway there. Not exactly ideal.
Kraz was good for one there. We're looking at a 3v4 here, Uno.
Going to a 4v1. Omen left.
With 4v1 that fast.
Tries to switch to the secondary and ends up not making it.
I mean,
quite the game. I mean, back to back 13, what was it? 13-1, now 13-4. I mean, these are just two dominating games here. And
I mean,
it's great to see Park Rapids able to keep the winning streak going here, you know? And it hurts to say that War Road wasn't able to sustain it, but hey, there's always next time.
Oh yeah. And I mean, those strats out of Park Rapids, I mean, if you're the IGL of Park Rapids, you have to be super excited right now. Every single play that you called worked. Only a couple plays falling just due to the slower retakes that they were trying. I mean, perfect game.
Absolutely. I mean, if I'm Park Rapids here, I am okay.
Oh yeah.
Giving a pat on my back for that one. That was a pretty good game there. And if I'm War Road, I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's go back. Let's rewatch that game and let's just figure out where was maybe some of our weaknesses and maybe some of our strengths, and let's just improve on all of those. Really
Absolutely.
accentuate the strengths, and then maybe just, tweak the weaknesses a bit more to, help them out a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, just straight to the VOD review session after this. I mean, they played well. They gave it their all. That fast retake, Uno. I mean, I still can't get over it. That is just perfectly well executed.
Those were amazing, and I personally was loving the double bluff. I mean, it's my favorite strategy in the game. You don't do it often. You do it once a game, and when you do it that once a game, I mean, you saw what happens. It works perfectly.
I mean, at one point they had the whole team on B and then the whole team on A. I mean, you just can never tell where they're going.
No, absolutely. Now, we are going to be sending to break one more time. However, stay with us as you will be getting a special interview with one of the Park Rapids team members. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna leave it as a mystery. So if you guys do not mind, stay here. We'll be right back.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
Roseville will find their golden moment. 9 moments of the round. Audacity into his own demise, and Apple Valley are going to do it. They're going to be the first team to win 4 state titles. Very close here.
Very nice spot dodge going through that. And we broken him to fair. Go straight in, go wide, but Flowy will get the rebound, and Eakin has a 2-goal lead right. Ben is open and it is gone. They're still on some health. We'll go in, and there you go. The Pillagers will be your MNVL 2023 Fall State champions.
Coming in and actually seeing all the computers filled with kids, and they have on their jerseys and they got their coaches next to them, and I see direct parallels over to football.
There's just not a lot of knowledge about gamers out there. People just don't know what they don't know.
They have to develop teamwork like any other physical game does. You don't have the teamwork, you don't win.
You take a kid who never had confidence before and you give them confidence, and you can see what they can do with their lives.
What does it mean to be a leader? At the University of North Dakota, we're here to find out.
It's taking my first solo flight.
Finding new ways to learn.
Rolling up your sleeves.
The world deserves leaders like you. Leaders ready to take the next step and make a difference. Because we lead our own way.
Why be a nurse when you can be a nurse, potter, power lifter, foodie, comedian, dog advocate? Here, you'll grow in a place where your identities and interests are valued, your passions prioritized. As a Gusty, you'll write your own story. make connections, and learn to live with purpose. On purpose. Gustavus Adolphus College. Gusties get more out of college.
Where are you going? Or maybe a better question is, how far do you want to go? And how fast do you want to get there? Now we're getting somewhere. So let's go. Let's go faster. Let's go further. Let's go beyond.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Break. And you may be noticing there is only 2 of us, and I have some grave news. My telepathy has failed me once again. We do not have an interview. It's so sad. I was building it up to, and you know what? I'm gonna keep who we're gonna interview a secret. You know what? I'm gonna leave that as a secret for just me and Scott to know. You know, me and him. But you know, as we're closing our stream, I'd like to thank everyone for coming, everyone for showing up. It's been an absolute blast. And as a quick end of the stream thing, I'd like to shout out just again our collegiate sponsors: Concordia University, Gustavus Davis College, University of North Dakota, and Midco as our collegiate sponsors. Again, if you want to start up your esports career, they are absolutely interesting and willing to help you out, especially based in Rivero. And also, I did not say this last time, so if you're here at the end, this is a bit of a surprise for you. Shout out to our YouTube. If you're watching here on Twitch and you want the same things, but now you can watch in school, go to our YouTube, check it out, subscribe, and hey, who knows? Maybe just maybe we'll be doing some special things on there. You never know.
Something to look out for.
Absolutely something to look out for. But hey, you know what? We've had a lot of fun, and I would just like to say thank you for watching again. And hey, we'll see you all next week. This has been Uno with my buddy here, Scott. And have a wonderful night, you guys.